All right, everybody, we are live and in living color. Welcome to hashtag Money Chat Live. I am Dershawn, the MC for tonight's program, and I am so excited to be here enjoying this experience right along with you all. It has been 10 years since her first Money Chat book, and I cannot tell you how proud I am of Dorothea Kelly. Let me tell you a little bit about Dorothea. So Dorothea is an award-winning financial expert. She is a personal finance and business coach, author, and CEO of Money Chat. She is also the CEO of Workspace Spark, which is a career growth and office decor subscription box. She is known for her charismatic, no-nonsense personality. Dorothea empowers people to reach their financial, entrepreneurial, and career goals with her coaching, keynotes, and online courses. Dorothea has been featured in various national media, including CNBC, Black Enterprise, U.S. News, USA Today, and Experian. Now, she's taken it very light with her bio because she has been mentioned in a ton of publications, has been all over speaking and doing her thing, and we cannot be more proud of her for, again, coming out with her newest edition of hashtag Money Chat. So I'm going to go ahead and bring Dorothea up. Dorothea, are you here?
I am here.
Yes. Welcome.
What's everybody doing? I know you can't see me just yet, but I am here live and in living color.
Yes.
I hope everybody is doing well. I will be with y'all in a moment. But I thank you so much, Dershawn. That was amazing. I really, really appreciate that. And you have been with me since the beginning.
Absolutely.
Oh my God. Since the Money Chat lives that we used to do.
In person. Absolutely.
In person.
Celebration. Yeah, so while you're finishing what you're doing, I can just chime in and tell them just a little bit real quickly about the beginning. When you had your Money Chat lives in person, we had gatherings. We had one at a crepe restaurant. Food was delicious, but the information was much more delicious because you helped me at that time to get my Money Chat together. So I am so appreciative of that. And since then, you've been helping me to get it together and keep it together. And so I'm so grateful that you have come out with your revised edition of hashtag Money Chat so that you can bless other folk with the information that you have so freely shared with hundreds and thousands of us over the years. So 10 plus years, Dorothea.
I know. Isn't that crazy? Can you believe it? I am actually very excited. And doing this book, doing the update was a lot of fun. It was different than the last time. The last time, I don't advise anybody do this, but the last time I did this, I got married in November. I don't know if you remember, Dershawn, you were there.
Yes, I did.
I got married in November and then turned around and decided to do the book. I don't decide. I had already been working on the book, but it is a lot to try to plan a wedding. And then turn around and write a book. So that was crazy. It was absolutely nuts. So yes, but we made it through. So this time was a little more zen. Writing a book just is crazy anyway, but I'm going to share all about the process with everything that I did and everything that went through. But I want to make sure that, I'm number one, thank you all for being here with me today. Thank you for just number one, rocking with Money Chat all these years. Yes. We've been doing it. We have traveled. We have done all the things. So thank you all for being here. We are ready to celebrate. We are ready to rock and roll. I got my people here with me. So all the people that you're going to see, and this is just a hair of all the folks that we have really been on this money journey, on this financial literacy journey, trying to change communities, trying to change, we started with our lives and our families, but trying to change the lives of those around us. So thank you all so much. And thanks everybody. Hey. I wish we could have some I got some songs that we love, me and Manyelle and Dershawn, we were talking about this, but we want to know, we support artists and we don't want to, they're serious about their art. So
Yeah.
we're gonna rock with us a little bit. We ain't gonna play all our little songs, our theme songs to celebrate.
Right, because we don't want to get cut off.
We don't want to get cut off. Right.
Exactly.
Snoop Dogg is coming for his sounds, okay?
Absolutely. Yes, we got a full program, Dorothea. We
do.
Yes, tonight we have some giveaways. We're going to have some Q&A, allow you all to ask some questions around the new book. But this is a celebration. We're excited to be here. And so, hey.
That's right. Let's do it. Let's do it.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so I can bring our first guest up?
You sure can.
Come on now. All right. First guest is Manyelle Akinfe-Reed. She is the principal of Greenwood and Archer Advisory Group, LLC. She is a financial literacy advocate and coach. Her career in financial services began 17 years ago while in search of a way to achieve home ownership on an entry-level fashion salary. She met with a financial advisor. After her initial meeting, she realized how little she knew about personal finance. She was determined to improve her financial IQ and convicted to empower others to do the same. She began her journey to become a financial advisor while simultaneously moving up the ranks in luxury fashion. We didn't just say fashion, we said luxury, right, Manyelle? During her career in finance, she's been a financial presenter for the New York Urban League, the NAACP, and the New York University Silver School of Social Work. She's appeared as a financial expert on national and local networks and has contributed to Reuters, CNBC, and Black Enterprise Business Report. She is currently, again, the principal at Greenwood and Archer Advisory Group, LLC. Let's welcome Miss Manyelle to the program. Hey, Manyelle.
Hey, congratulations. Hashtag Money Chat.
Yes.
It's been a long time, boo. I am so proud of you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. This is a celebration. 10 years. I can't even believe it. Whoo! It's a long time.
I know, but
Yes,
she has stuck with
yes, absolutely. And thank you, Manyelle, for contributing to the first book, the second book. So you all make sure you look at, I don't want to give it away. Let me let Dershawn finish what she's doing. But Manyelle just dropped so many gems in here in her chapter. Like, it's amazing. So, but go ahead, Dershawn. I'm sorry.
Absolutely. So we're going to talk to Manyelle about being in our bag, being young professionals, and money.
Yes.
Because again, Dorothea has rounded up some experts in this field. We want to bring you the best of the best. And so Manyelle, let's kind of talk about being in your bag, being a young professional, and talking all about money.
Yeah. In the bag, everyone wants to get the bag, secure the bag. It's all about the bag these days. But, we really need to figure out, what does that mean?
Right.
What does getting the bag mean?
Yes, absolutely. So Manyelle, tell me, what do you think is the biggest challenge you believe young professionals make?
I think I would say not starting to save early. If I talk to a lot of professionals, I feel like they feel like there's going to be more time to save, so they're not getting aggressive with their savings. Time is on your side when you're a young adult, and I feel like, and when we say young adult, for me, just let's put some color around that, right? So when I say young adult, because I'm a young adult. Meanwhile, I'm in my 40s, but I'm a young adult to me. So I think that when we say young adult, I'm speaking of not only Gen X, millennials, and a little bit Gen Z, because honestly, that's the spirit, right? And that's how I look at it. And if you say teenagers, that's one thing. But if we're not talking generations, I'm grouping young adults and young professionals into graduated from school and you're working. You could be working 5 years, 10 years, you could be more senior in your career, but I would say not saving and taking saving aggressively, like really looking at it from an aggressive standpoint.
Right.
You always think when you graduate that you're going to have more time. I always say, get in. It's your first job. You should be contributing to that 401k. Your first job. It doesn't matter. I don't care if it's 5%, 2%. I don't care what percentage it is. Just get in the habit of saving, especially if you didn't get it when you were younger. Some of us just come out the womb. We come from families. We're just savers.
Who know, right? Because that's not my story. Y'all know my story.
Not mine either. Not mine either.
That thing out, but I think they take for granted too that they were able to learn from somebody and not make mistakes. I met a lady one time in church who did say that. And she said, I never had any money challenges because she was not because she was wealthy. That's not it, but because she was taught early right, from her parents and those around her how to manage money, Yeah. So you and I were talking the other day, Manyelle, and we were talking about this whole social media thing and how people are, and not just young professionals, but let's focus on them right now and how they're getting their information and how they're getting their news. What are some things that you're seeing?
I see people getting sound bites. And on one hand, okay, so when it first started, if you think about it, if you take a trip down memory lane, if you think about before the pandemic, people were dropping little jewels and there weren't as many people on Instagram, TikTok, giving financial advice, right? It just started to rev up. And then we went into the pandemic and then you just seen a whole lot of people coming out the woodwork being financial experts and coaches and all of these things. And look, I'm all down for it. I feel like, great, get the information. But what I will say is that you got to dig deep, right? Because content is sound bites. So unless you're looking at that person's full story, like you look at the sound bite and then you link to their YouTube where they're giving you the full scope of what they're talking about, I would just proceed with caution because a lot of people are getting into trouble, right? Yeah. Especially with the taxes.
My God. Oh, goodness.
People are really, I said the IRS is going to come looking for all us young professionals with a Range Rover or any type of Tesla, because, it's...
First of all, I saw this. Somebody sent me a text and it's like, Dorothea, you need to talk about this. Then you need to do a TikTok about X because I was doing my TikToks. I said, okay, I'll do it. They said, because people are out here putting out the wrong information. And because I worked in healthcare finance, I saw a TikTok where somebody said they were it's all clickbait. First of all, we need to be smart. Yes, there are good people giving advice like me and you, right? And a host of other people, our friends. But there are people, you have to remember that they are trying to get likes and views. So somebody was on there and was like, you don't have to pay your hospital bill according to rule XYZ 10YD. And I was like, okay.
But no C.
Okay.
But no C.
Okay. And if you keep playing around, you can go in there and you can tell them that somebody on TikTok told you didn't have to, so you didn't pay the bill, but this is going to end up on your credit. And you're going to get your wages garnished. Don't listen, don't try to shirk do your research. So the best thing, if I'm somebody and I am on TikTok or anything else, and I am trying to understand what I should do, and somebody says something like that to me or anything, what should I do once I hear that?
I always suggest all of your .gov of your city is your friend, right? So your .gov, so your economic development core, your urban league, some people who are out there who you could get advice that are not looking for clickbait, right? And those resources are free. Yes. Right? Those resources are free. So you can visit their sites and try to glean from those sites information. If you cannot, then you need to seek a professional. Not to say that the person giving you this information is not a professional, but what you need to do is do some research. Yeah. So if I'm Manyelle Akinfe-Reed and I'm on there, check my history, right? Check how long. You could Google, you see, you'll see us from 15 years, 17 years ago giving information, right? And there's really not a lot new under the sun. So I would say when it seems too good to be true, you definitely need to dig in. Right now, I feel like when it seems too good to be true, people immediately think that, oh, I just didn't know that. Or, oh, somebody knows something that I don't have. Not spidey sense up. That doesn't sound all the way right.
That doesn't make sense.
Right? Yeah, like let me do a little research. So I would say check your .govs, look at a source that really is in the business of giving information and providing support, and also check the credentials of who is speaking. And when I say credentials, I proceed with caution with that too, right? I'm not saying that they have to have a whole bunch of letters behind their name and all this, but check other stories, check people's comments, do a little research on them before you start to follow. That's what I do. I mean, I look at people from afar for a long time before I even click follow for them to even be in my feed, honestly.
But aren't you encouraged though by the number of young professionals that are in their bag? Like they are about that life. They are getting this money, I
am so proud of how financial literacy is starting to embed in popular culture. If you read my piece back then, like that's my dream. That's what I always wanted to see it embedded into pop culture. And media, you can't control it, right? We see it now. There's so many aspects of it that you can't control, but I love that young professionals are about their money. I love the entrepreneurial spirit that is coming out of these last two generations. Love it, love it, love it. I just would say that I want them to have more structured plans, some of them, right? So it's the idea of, I don't want to work, I want to work for myself, but really don't understand and I love the the people in social media who are coming out with like, do you really want to be a boss?
Right.
Yes.
Do you really want to be a boss? I can't remember his name, but he has Sleep is for Suckers is like his hashtag. I can't remember his name. What's his name? No. Oh my gosh, I can't remember.
I know.
One of his posts, he said, and which I love because this has always been, he's like, some people are not going to be entrepreneurs. Some people aren't going to be the boss. It's okay to work a 9 to 5. It's okay to work a career. It's okay to be at a job and get your bag.
Listen, I say it all the time. I said it back in the day because I didn't, I've never been a person that just followed what everybody else was doing. I'm like, this gotta make sense to me. And because I didn't want to be broke again, I wasn't jumping into all of this. I did a Money Chat Live here one time, and what happened with Money Chat Lives was we would have the goal of Money Chat Live was financial literacy, still is, and to support a local business, right? In the Detroit area. I did it in Detroit, I did Atlanta. And so I even had one of the owners say this in my event, like, the thing to entrepreneurship is you just got to quit your job and you got to go all in. And I was like, let me tell you something. What is not about to happen is my lifestyle is not about to shift so that I can prove to you that you need me to be, right? So definitely you're hitting on something with the young professionals, because what's happening is, I think it's a different shift for when we were starting, right? We were starting, we had our thing. It wasn't social media, but it was going to those meetings and you were scared. This is real talk. You were scared to tell people that you worked a job.
Yeah.
No, right?
Yeah.
No, you have something to add.
Yes. You speaking to me, because this is the first conversation that I had with Dorothea. I said, well, I'm going to be an entrepreneur. If you're going to be an entrepreneur, you got to quit your job. You got to go full-fledged.
What I say?
She said, no, ma'am, no turkey, no ham. You are not
no, ma'am, no turkey, no ham. I love it.
Yes, you are not quitting no job. You keep that job. Let that job fuel your business. And once you get your business to a point where it's making what you are making on that job or more, then let's talk about you quitting that job. She said, quit the job. And because that would have been so unwise.
100%. Multiple, because people talk about multiple streams of income, right? Yeah. So Marion on the stream, the Jay-Z line. So you think about people now, young adults, because I have some of my family who is like, I don't want to, they graduated from college.
They don't want to get a job.
They don't want to get a job. I'm like, you hustling backwards.
You choose poverty.
And you're wasting time.
Yeah, you're wasting
That's
time.
the part. I'm like, time. You're wasting time because you could have a job and you work that job and you work it well and you work it until it's not working for you and what you're doing. Now, I will say, if you have a passion and your plan is lock solid, and I see you hustling
and you got some money,
9 to 5, like really good. But I don't see that a lot of times.
No,
the work.
No.
It's not matching. The math ain't mathing. So I feel like if you don't have that muscle, go to work. It's okay. Work is cool. It's okay to be a W-2.
Okay.
I'll take W-2. I mean, I'm
the vacation time, the 401k, the benefits, it's all good. And
have your other hustle.
Exactly. Right. So I want to touch on what you just said about the multiple streams of income, because that was a big thing for us too. It's going to be here forever. And it's all over social. Again, it's just in a different way now. It's all over social media, whereas for us, it was a different format. Here's the thing, and I just want everybody to take this home, and we got to get on here. We'll have to talk about this in depth. But here's the key to multiple streams of income. You get one stream that pays the bills. So let's say you work a job and you have a passion. Like for us, it's financial literacy. You work that passion, but don't go get 20 million other passions because you're good at it. Because now you're stretching your time and you're stretching your money. And guess what? All the money that you're making on the job that's funding your dream is stretched into 3 to 4 dreams. So when you see people with the sound bites that Manyelle was talking about, they're not telling you what it really takes to create 2, 3, and 4 streams. How about we start with one stream and make it successful? Yes. And when that pays its own bills and has a decent amount of money coming in, it will fund another stream. Or you can pay somebody to run that stream and you go do something else you want to do because you got bored with that. But what they're telling everybody to do, buy 10 houses and flip the houses. Nobody told you that somebody's going to come in there and steal your furnace and water heater and everything you got in there. They're not telling you what happens with that. Okay.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. I think that it's okay. And some young adults will think that means I can't do multiple things. You can do multiple things all day.
Yes.
But there is a way to do it. And you do need to focus for a period of time.
Yes.
It doesn't mean you have to focus on one for a period of time. You really do. I truly believe that. Somebody else who has investment dollars and they can, say, I'm going to do these 3 at a time because they have money to invest and put people in place to run that. Yes. That's another thing. But you personally, you can't say, I don't have the money to start. I'm going to do financial and then do something else,
Manyelle, we have a question. All right. I don't know who this is from. Maybe someone on the team can tell me who's asking this question, but thank you for sending this in. How do you balance your hustle and your 9 to 5?
Not balance. I don't always say the word balance, and I love that people are talking about this now. It's not really about a balancing. It's about prioritizing, right? And it depends what type of 9 to 5 you have, right? You are going to be up late. You are going to have to get up early. So I would say the way you balance is sacrifice. You're going to have to sacrifice.
What sacrifice? Everybody's lighting candles and laying down and they work in 2 hours. They get
it's just so stressed.
8 hours. It's stressful.
I would say that, and not to make light of it, because stress is a real thing.
Self-care is important.
Self-care is important. Do not get it twisted. We are not making light of that. But I will say that it's sacrifice and hustle. And we are in a culture, the energy, the universe, it's instant microwave. It's gotten worse over the years and people want things very quickly. So you balance, you prioritize. Deshaun, were you going to say
I'm going
something?
to add on to that, Manyelle. I'm not the expert, but I'm going to add on my little
You're
two
an
are
expert.
expert.
You are an expert. You
Don't
can
let
get your
her
money
shine
right
for
for 10 years.
Okay. Going back to your sound bite, a lot of young people take those sound bites and they run with them and think that it's like an overnight, it's going to happen overnight. Do you know how long it took that person to get to where they are today? Dorothea didn't just start this money chat movement today or last year. This has been time and effort and energy and everything that she's put into it to get her to where she is today. But a lot of people will make you think that it just happens like that with that microwave mentality.
Yes.
Totally
Yes.
not. And when it doesn't work in 30 days, they're on to the next thing. They're like, oh, that didn't work. I'm moving on to something else. It's like, you didn't even give it a chance.
Didn't give it a chance.
Not give it a chance. Do not give it a chance. So it's really, I'm glad we are starting to get glimpses of people showing a more behind the scenes, because this whole, I mean, there's always buzzwords, but this authenticity, this buzzword that people are using all over, they're starting to kind of remove the veil and give a little more. And I love it because
transparent about what it really takes.
Yes, it does. It's not overnight. Look, 10 years, 10 years. And you were doing before then.
Yes. I started coaching. I was doing personal finance coaching first and doing a lot of speaking in the community. That's how I learned how to speak and do my thing. And that's how
we do it. That's how it starts.
The community is near and dear to my heart. And so that was, hey. So now, Manyelle, give us, for young professionals who are, just getting started, we're gonna do two. For young professionals who are just getting started, what do you suggest for them?
I would say pay yourself first. So start saving early. That's a wealth principle. If you learn to pay yourself first, I mean, your money off the TOP from anything.
How much?
I mean, if in the happy path, I would say 10%, but I don't even care what you pay yourself at this time. I want you to create the habit.
Right.
I want you to get comfortable with paying yourself first. So you think you have to have a budget, because that's gonna determine how much you could pay yourself. I would say pay yourself first from the rip. Always have some money to the side, because the bill collector is not gonna be there for emergency. You can't get no refund after you pay it up.
Not at all. Not at all. Okay, so now give us 3 tips based on what you're saying. Now, you do a lot in the community, you speak a lot, you get deals with a lot of people. We won't get into all that, but you're out here, you're in these streets, you know what's going on. What advice, what 3 tips would you give young professionals?
So I said pay yourself first. Spend less than you earn, so live below your means. I think that's something that's very difficult because of social media and what you see out. It is really tough, and it's tough for all ages, right? It's tough for all ages. So pay yourself first, live below your means, and then really, even before those two, your mindset. Work on developing a wealthy mindset. That would be my number one. And then in order that, work on having a wealthy mindset, pay yourself first, live below your means. Once you get that foundation, those foundational points, all the other stuff is going to come. So those would be my 3. I have to put one more in there because it's something that,
Give it to us.
I know it's something that, and it's nobody wants to talk about it. It's the one ugly thing.
Where's my tea?
It's the life insurance piece.
Yes.
I know nobody wants, because you don't want to, because for me, life insurance is like, you say I don't get everything done that I need to get done right in the time, because we don't know the time or the hour, right? So that's a blanket that's just, I always say it's your final I love you to your family.
Yeah.
And even for a young professional, a lot of young professionals are in different states than where their family is. Right. So you think about all those final expenses that you might have. So I would say get insurance. Check with your parents. They may have, a policy for you, but definitely that insurance piece
Absolutely.
while you're hustling and bustling around. You need to make sure you have that.
I agree with you 110%, 110%. And I know we could talk all day and all night. We'll have to do this again. But Manyelle, thank you so much for joining us. And then tell everybody how they can contact you, how they can connect with you.
You can Instagram. So I'm fiscally focused. I'm physically right.
I love that.
Focused is my handle. And then I'm on Facebook, Manyelle Akinfe-Reed. And those are the two places that you can find me.
I love it. Thank you so much, Manyelle. As
welcome.
always, it is a pleasure.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Congratulations. Thank you.
So stick around because we're going to talk about this book, right, Ms.
Yes. We're going to talk about the book. We have a giveaway though. Where are I think Deborah and Cheryl have some giveaways for us.
All right. So who are we picking? Let's see. We got a lot of folk online here.
All right. Bring some stuff. What do we have here?
Hey, might as well look.
Oh,
Make
yes.
everybody look like
Yes.
us.
Come on.
Wait, I can't see my shirt.
Money chat. Yes.
Money chat.
Yes. I love it.
We got the Money Chat shirt. So we're doing prize packs. We got Money Chat shirts we're going to give away. Do we have anybody, ladies? Deborah and Shirley are going to look and see who we can give away some stuff to. You see something there, Shine?
Those are so
It would be
cute.
good. Who was the first person to get on?
Will it tell you? Let's see.
Yes. I think Cheryl said, who, Cheryl? Who's our first person who gets a Money Chat shirt? Valerie Smith gets a Money Chat t-shirt. So someone is going to reach out to you directly, Valerie, in your inbox. Oh, Valise. She was the first one to log in. So Valise is going to, someone's going to inbox Valise and get your shirt size so we can get you a shirt.
Yes. Congrats.
All right. We also have another one. I want to tell you all about my other friend, about Jason. Happy Money, Happy Life. So Jason V-Tug is a really good friend of mine. He is the only personal finance expert that I have ever seen go on the news. And like none of us could pull this off. I don't even go in there like in workout clothes to do a workout. But he did yoga and money.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, when I saw this, I was chilling and I sat straight up in my chair. I said, is that Jason over there doing the downward dog and the sun salutation while he's talking about personal finance? I said, that is a winner. And Jason is amazing. His book, Happy Money, Happy Life, is amazing. He's a very good friend of ours. And we're going to give away a prize pack for Jason as well. So the winner of this one is going to be the person whose birthday is closest to mine. And if Tyra is listening, Miss Madam Money Jackson, who is going to be on tomorrow with us, honey, you know you can't win because you got the same birthday. But who's ever birthday, so the team is going to be looking to see who's going to win this prize pack. So it'll be Happy Money, Happy Life, plus a few other, and it's signed by Jason too. So thank you, Jason, for giving us these signed books. Amazing, best-selling author, great story here, great book for your financial life as well. So we got our 2 giveaways. The ladies are going to be inboxing you, getting you your stuff. All right. What we got next, Darshan?
We got to hop into this book. That's what we need to hop into.
Okay.
Additions that you've added to the book since the beginning, over 10 years ago. I mean, loving the design, loving the content.
Thank you.
I know, like right after you've done the first book, you were like, you know what, I really need to talk about this piece right here. So I'll add it in the next one. And so I'm so glad that you did, because it was some incredible information that you had thought about, after the fact, like insurance.
Yes.
Huge topic that a lot of folk miss. The other one that stuck with me from them was you talked about wills.
Yes.
Being a will. A lot of folks don't have wills, and so things get tied up in their estates, and it's just a nightmare. So I'm so glad that you added those, and you're going to talk more about some other chapters that you added to the book. So let's back up though.
Okay.
Talk to me about why, how did it come about? I know how it came about, but I
Right.
want your viewers and your listeners to know, how did you come up with hashtag money chat?
So I wonder if he's listening, but let me tell y'all, when Twitter first came out, I hated it. Don't tell nobody that. I hated Twitter. We were already on Facebook and doing all the things, and we were just like deep in social media. I was even doing social media trainings at that time. When Twitter came, it just felt like, oh, something else. So I remember we used to do these tweet meetups, and Jamie, I don't know if Jamie's on here, but we used to do these tweet meetups with Channel 7. Dershawn, you probably remember. And I remember going up to Hodge Flemings, who is a brand expert, and he's doing all these trainings on AI and all kind of things. Hodge is doing his thing. So shout out to Hodge, who has always been a supporter of Money Chat. But when I came up to Hodge, I said, Hodge, is Twitter gonna just go away? Like, is this a fad? Because I hate it. And he was like, Dorothea, no, and just be patient with it and learn it. So then I said, okay. He said, learn it. I'm going to learn it. I'm going to get Money Chat. I'm going to start a Twitter chat called Money Chat. So honestly, I was already doing financial coaching. Mm-hmm. I started hashtag Money Chat Twitter chat. And I started it when Twitter first started. So that was like, I'm glad that I listened to him. Like, I try to stay on top of the latest and greatest of everything. But I'm glad that I listened to him, because since then, like, Money Chat's trademarked all the things. And since in this past 10 years, everybody's like, I'm like, oh, that's mine. Right. So, and then I did the Twitter chat for 5 years. So that's how it came about. And then when I was the first year I started the Twitter chat, me and Benita Tyler, shout out to Benita, me and her started it. She's like, Dorothy, I just want to help you with this. So she would help me with the Twitter chats. And I did that for 5 years. And the first year, I said, you know what? This needs to be an event. And I wanted it to be community focused, small business focused. I want to introduce people to restaurants and venues that are maybe not as known, or maybe they're new. We bring a crowd of people. We talk about money. Everybody buys food. We've supported their business. So that's what we did for a couple of years with the Money Chats, and then Money Chat Lives and all those things. So that's how it started. And I remember my friend Nicole Christian saying, Dorothea, and she's the first one who really honestly helped me see the impact. And this was the first year. And she came, I think she was writing a story or something. And she said, Dorothea, you're taking a conversation that is often fraught with shame and embarrassment and complication, and you're making it relatable and fun and easy to have. And that stuck with me. Like, I thank you, Nicole, for sewing that into me, because I didn't realize, I was like, I'm just doing what I'm called to do. I want people to know about money. And that encouraged me to keep going, because she's right. We need to have this conversation. So that's how Money Chat came about. And then I did that for a couple of years before I wrote the book.
I would have to echo Nicole's sentiments, and I'll add additionally that typically you find that finance, money is a very intimidating conversation, especially when you start talking about stocks and bonds and all the things finance. It can be very intimidating, but your approach was so easygoing. You really made it fun. You broke it down where people understood, and can kind of walk them through step by step. Okay, so you good with that? Okay, so let's move on to this. But it wasn't like this big encyclopedia of all these fancy words. And you're like, what the heck is that all about? You really addressed it from a different angle, a more practical, a more, again, fun. You made it fun. You learning about money fun. Yes. Where you're not, scared of it, because it is a fearful thing where you're talking about saving and investing and all the things money. It can be very intimidating. So kudos to you for that.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Okay, now let me ask you this next question. What role do you think social media plays in shaping people's attitudes towards money and personal finance?
It's huge. We just talked about this with Manyelle. I think it's huge, which is why we need more people out here giving the right advice. I love the fact that I can jump on TikTok, or I can jump on Reels or anywhere, Instagram Live, or do something like this and give people the real deal about managing money. So I love that part about it, right? And there are a lot of people out here giving good advice. So you have to combat that with the people who are just trying to sell stuff. Not that everybody's selling something, don't get me wrong. I'm selling my book. But at the same time, what's your heart behind it?
Exactly.
Trying to empower people, or are you trying to trick people? And when those people follow your advice, are they going to be the better for it or the worse? So I love what social media is doing. I'm somebody who's here for cutting out the middleman in things. I'm here for allowing people to get straight to the information that they need. And I believe that social media has provided that. I also like the fact that social media has created so many millionaires, so many multimillionaires who are sharing good content, whatever it is, and doing their thing with no boundaries on, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to go here, you got to talk to 10 million people, you got to earn your way up the ladder before you can make this money. And I love the doors that social media has opened.
Absolutely. One of the things that Manyelle just took me back to, one of the things that she talked about, with the sound bites, it reminds me of trust but verify.
Yes.
Trust it, but verify that information, because everyone's talking about something different. And if you don't know better, you're following this entertainer thinking that they know what they're talking about.
Yes.
And you sit down to the get down, it's like, they weren't correct, So I appreciate it again.
Yes.
In your new book, in chapter 8, you talk about one of my favorite topics, credit.
What? Oh, yes.
Credit
Yes.
repair. Do
Credit
you feel as though people should not try to do it on their own? Do you encourage folk to reach out to someone else to help them, or do you encourage people to try and fix their credit on their own?
So I encourage both, depending on who you are and what you need. So very early on in my coaching practice, I was wary of credit counseling agencies. There were a couple, there still are a couple that are reputable. They've been around forever. And I generally still do refer people to those companies. I had to take a step back myself and say, Dorothea, you can create a website. You've done that, but do you want to? It's the same thing when certain people need help with certain things. Everybody is not going to be the person to go and do everything they need to do to get their credit right themselves. I realize that. The thing is, though, excuse me, and I think I was on a podcast just the other day, and we talked about this. If you're going to go to a credit repair company or something like this, and you're right, we talked about this in chapter 8 in detail, and I might even list some resources, I don't remember. But if you're going to do that, make it somebody reputable. Make it a company that's been around 20 years, 15 years, because I've heard the stories. I know somebody who paid a company, thought they were paying that company to pay their bills, and was getting had been doing this for a couple of years, and was getting to the point where they were paying that debt off. And they're like, oh, I'm in my last couple of months, I'm going to be good. Got a letter to come to court because none of those bills had been paid. So, when you pay the companies, they get a piece too. So I'm not even mad at that if it's a little bit, it's not astronomical. We don't have time to get into all of that, but there's certain things you should look for if you're going to use a credit repair agency. If you want to do it yourself, we've outlined some things in the book that you can do to do it yourself. And again, like I said, we've also outlined some reputable agencies that you can go through. The thing is, your friend Joe's cousin who just started teaching people about credit and wants to charge you $1,000 to clean up your credit, it's a no. 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 Number one, nothing is overnight. You were all at the stores and shopping, and maybe you weren't blowing money. Maybe you were using it to live, whatever it was for. It's all good. Well, that's all good. It's not happening overnight. Your score is not going from 550 to 850 in 30 days, in 60 days, in 90 days, in a year. It's going to take time. So don't be fooled. And
Right.
don't let anybody tell you anything, because that feeds into the fear. So we back up from fear and shame. We don't do that. We're not into fear and shame. So when you go to somebody, you say, I need to get my credit right because I'm tired of creditors calling. Here, I'll give you $1,000 and fix my credit. That's fear, impatience. Whereas you could work with a reputable company over time, give yourself the first 90 days, then the second 90 days, then, every quarter you monitor. Yes, I want to buy this house. I want to buy this car. You're going to have to wait. You're going to have to be patient.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And you offer some really good strategies. So we want folk to go out and get the book. If they have not gotten it, check out chapter 8 about getting your credit together. Get that book, #MoneyChat. They can find that on Amazon, correct? I know they can
Absolutely. Yeah. So this is what I'm having people do. It's on everything. Everywhere you like to buy books, you can buy my book, Money Chat. What I want you to do, though, because I have put a lot of bonuses for people who buy. So if you go to moneychatbook.com and you click on one of the links there to buy the book, then go back to I know there's some steps, and I know people like things quick, but you're gonna like the fact that you took these steps, because I've already started with certain bonuses that I'm giving you on that page. So go to moneychatbook.com, you'll see all the bonuses that you get. Everybody who pre-ordered, we got a lot of pre-orders. Thank you so much. Everybody who pre-ordered is going to actually get the audiobook when it's available next month.
Awesome.
If it's pre-order, I'm sorry, but it's all good. You still got some good bonuses left. And buy your book on wherever you like to buy the book. Come back to the page, put your order number in. Don't try to trick me. I don't want to see 00000. Somebody's watching it. Please no. So put your order number in, and you're going to get access to all the bonuses. So, and I'm offering different bonuses throughout the year. So if you go buy the book on Amazon, please do that. Absolutely. But come back, put your stuff in so you can get access to all the things that we're going to be offering throughout this year as we're helping millions of people get their money chat together.
Awesome. And that's one thing that I really appreciate about you too, that you don't mind sharing resources with people.
No,
you really are about your money chat, and some folk do it for the money, no pun intended, because you really want to help your community to be better. You want them to experience that generational wealth. And so you give a lot of stuff away that you could charge a pretty penny for. And so folk need to, as you said, sign up, get those freebies, because it's quality stuff that she's sharing. It's not just junk that you would get in your junk mail. This is good. So sign up.
Good stuff. And so much more is coming. So much more is coming. Yes.
All right. I think we got time for a few more questions.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. So now I noticed something new in this book, that at the end of your chapters, you have money mantras.
Yes.
Where did that come from? What made you say, you know what, I want to add these? Why was it so important for you to include those money mantras in the end of your chapter?
So my very first, I was doing vision boards before it was like a thing. So I know you went to some of my vision board parties that we would have, but before that was I had my room was painted yellow, was a wall with sticky notes on it with my affirmations, people that I admired, and where I wanted to be in life. So it wasn't the beautiful little thing we got now with the frame and it's all decorated. It was sticky notes written in marker. So excuse me. So when I was updating the book, I said, Dorothea, ma'am, you're talking about money chat. Money chat is about what you say and what you do with your money, because the two are so closely aligned. If that's the case, give the people something to say, because I was already doing it when I would talk and do other things. Hey. And I said, yeah, so that's another thing we've given you. Listen, shout out to Ashley, the best designer in the world. Shout out to Jackie, another best designer in the world. But Ashley has created, they're working on all the things, making them all beautiful. Ashley has created money mantras for you, all the mantras that are in the book. I think most of them. I want to say all, but let's just say most. And it's something that you're not going to be like me with your little sticky notes. They're about 3 or 4 pages. You can even frame them and
Wow.
they are your mantras.
I
So
love it.
we have those for you as well as a bonus when you buy the book. And that just gives you a reminder. It was important to me because I always tell the story about how I got sick of my own self. I was always talking about how broke I was. I'm so broke. Somebody said, I want to go here. I can't. I'm broke.
Mhm.
They want to go do this. Nope, I'm broke. I don't have any money. I don't know how I'm going to make it up. And one day I said, I'm sick of my own voice.
Right.
So I said, shut up, Dorothea. And that's what I say to myself. You could say, be quiet to yourself. But I say, I said, shut up. That's not going to get you to where you want to be. So just hush. And so I said, start saying what you want to achieve. So then I walked through Target. So, Target has that $100 entry fee. I would walk through Target and I would say, because I couldn't. I still love Target. But I would walk through Target and I would touch things. I would just touch everything. And I said, one day I'm going to walk through here and I'm going to be able to buy anything I want to buy. And I would do things like that. And then the day it happened, the Lord reminded me that I said that and that I asked for that. Right. So you have to say those things.
Yeah.
There's no, and if you are like, you'll be looking at the bank account be zero.
Mhm.
You know what you're in between blessings.
Right.
Don't say nothing. Don't say, just look and look away.
That's right.
Look and look away. You don't have to say anything. Just be cool.
That's right. That goes back to your mindset though. And speaking of want to see, being clear on what it is that you don't want. Because we as women, guilty in the past, I was clear on what I did not want. I don't want this. I don't want that. Well, what do you want?
Exactly.
About that, so being clear on that that's good. I love it. I love it. So in chapter 4, we're going to give a little tip on another chapter that you have information about IRS debt.
Oh, yes.
Really good job of outlining, a complicated topic that a lot of people are facing. It's a challenge for a lot of people. Talk just a little bit, because we want them to get the book so they can get the full.
Yes. Okay. I won't tell the whole chapter. That's what you're saying.
No, whole chapter. But that's a good one though. Chapter 4.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Listen, my hand is raised. I walked out of an IRS agent's office one time, and Will had to just hold my hand to rub my back.
It's gonna be okay.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. So I know what it's like, and I've had clients. I tell stories in the book about things that people have faced. I love what Manyelle said earlier about that .gov websites are your friend. I'm telling you, you don't expect those websites to be as helpful. But when I was doing research for the first book and the second, all the information you need is right there.
Right.
And it is it is written in a way that you can understand. When I tell you I was surprised, I was very surprised, but that is very smart on behalf of the governments, on their behalf, so that people can really understand what their options are if they owe the IRS. You don't want to owe them, but if you end up owing them, we talk about in the book some things that you can do. I tell stories about people who faced that and how they overcame it, how we help them overcome it, and I give strategies. Now, part of it is some folks are just not claiming their income. I'm going to say this, and you can take it or you can leave it. They know you have a social security number, and you can try to do whatever it is to try to do whatever. They will wait you out. You'll be 10 years down the road thinking you got away with something with the IRS and tag you are it. So get your stuff together. Take a couple of years to get your things together so that when they tag you, all your stuff is in order. Because what you don't want is to be in their office and somebody just smiling at you while they tell you owe them a ton of money. Right? You just don't want that. And then you can't run from them either. Like there's no bankruptcy. There's no nothing.
You pay us our money.
You're going to pay. The IRS is coming for you. You are going to pay that money. So it's better to take the time to get your stuff in order before they come a knocking. If you know you got some stuff to deal with, work on it. Let 2020, let this be the year.
Right.
Let this be the year so that you can, when they come knocking, you're like, okay, here's my paperwork. Here's everything I got. Because if they have to tell you the amount, it's going to be way more than you really have to pay.
Wow.
That just is what it is.
Wow. Wow. Good information. You all have to check out chapter 4 about that.
Chapter 4, yes, chapter 4.
Don't play. Okay.
Don't play.
Check it out. So I think we have time for one more, and then are we going to pivot to getting your money at work, or?
We are going to do a giveaway.
Okay.
Another giveaway.
Do another giveaway.
Yes.
Then we'll close with a question, and then we'll hop into that.
No, I think we're gonna close.
Okay. This is your show, so you tell me what to do. Okay. All right. So what do we have? We're gonna give away this time.
We got 2 things. Planner. I have something that I really love. It's by they're not made anymore. I fell in love with this years ago, and I bought all the ones that were left.
Ooh, okay.
It is a personal finance planner by Lauren Grootman.
Nice.
She's an amazing personal finance expert. You may have seen her on Today's Show and all the good things. She's wonderful. And I called her and I said, I want these. And so when the limited edition was running out, I said, oh, give me what you got. So I have a couple of these to give away. Let's see, Dershawn, what should this one be? Let me see. So we did my age. We already gave that one away. We gave one to the first person to join. Oh, you know who can get one of these? The first person to post their picture online
With their book. Ooh, okay.
Who was the first person?
I love that.
So the team is gonna post that. They're gonna find that and they're gonna post that. Whoever the first person was to post a picture online with them in the book, they get this one.
Very nice.
Yes. They're checking now, so they'll reach out to you about that. And then Dershawn, I think what I want to do now is just tell my money story.
Come on now. I'm always up for a good story.
You gonna share yours too?
Maybe.
No.
No, but I did. Actually, you helped me tremendously. I mean, to get my whole life together, because I was headed down the wrong path totally. And especially when I told you I'm quitting my job. I'm gonna quit my job, Dorothy. I'm gonna start this business. You said, no, ma'am.
No ham and no turkey.
And I'm so glad you told me that. But yeah, share your story.
I guess that's true. You kind of already did. But so I always tell people that I never had anybody teach me money. You know, you just watch the people around. And if you had somebody, share your money story. Who taught you about money? Drop that in the chat. But I didn't have anybody teach me about money. So I had to wing it. I had to try to learn on my own. That's me with the vision board and trying to figure it out. And I was telling somebody the other day, it was like, I was listening to as much stuff as I could. I was doing everything that I could. And I was just tired of being broke. And I was young. I was a young single mother, as many of you know who do follow me. I had my first daughter at a very young age. And so I was of the mindset from that moment that I needed to accelerate everything that I do because I need to be able to provide for her. And then when I was 21, I had my second daughter. So I was searching, I was looking, there wasn't anything. Everybody I knew was borrowing in debt. Everybody I knew had the same broke song playing in their head, and they were singing it every day. No money, broke. And I was just like, this can't be the way to live life. You know, I was what, 23, 24. And I said, I'm going to teach myself about money. And I was playing around on a website one day and found something about an emergency fund. And y'all know who that was from. That was from Dave Ramsey. I have to give the flowers where they belong. Because the truth of the matter is, I found Dave Ramsey I found Glenda Bridgeforth Hodges, Girl Get Your Money Straight, Girl Get Your Credit Straight, all the things. And they changed my life from a distance. Did not know. I did not know. I never knew, like I have not yet met Dave, but I'm sure I will. Glenda and I became good friends. That's a story for another day. I would never have known that the girl that was in her, I had Glenda's picture on my wall when I decided to be a financial coach. She was the only one that looked like me that I saw. I had her picture sitting on my wall, like, I'm gonna be her.
Wow.
And years later, we end up becoming friends. So that's how I started. Dave Ramsey, Glenda Bridgeforth Hodges. And then from then on, I found other money experts that I followed, Michelle Singletary, Sharon Epperson, and just kept teaching myself, learning, and teaching everybody else. So I spent time teaching myself. This is important. When you want to decide you want to do something, I decided in that moment that I wanted to be a financial coach. But I didn't jump right out and say, I'm a financial coach today.
Right.
I got some education. I did some learning. I did some research. Back then, it was a little different. There weren't as many certifications and things as there are now. But I started teaching myself, and I was a finance major in school. So I was in school for finance. So that helped me also. I did my master's thesis on debt freedom. Even my teacher was like, when I told him what my thesis was going to be, he was like, oh, whatever. Nobody's going to be debt free, ... When I did my thesis, when I did my presentation, he was blown away. Not only was he blown away, it opened up dialogue in the room, in the class. And there were so many people in there that were debt free. And then he was like, what? All of you, there were a lot of people in there that were debt free. I learned a lot that day too. So I did my master's thesis on debt freedom and the economy and the economy and the financial state of personal finances in America. Yeah, that was really fun, and it was great research. And from there, I said, okay, after I finished school and I was doing all the things, I said, I'm going to start the business. I'm going to teach other people how to manage their money. And so I started speaking in the community, like I said earlier. And to this day, everybody who let me stand on their stage when I was just getting started out, they can call me anytime to this day. I don't speak for free anymore. Those days been long past. But those community organizations that believed in me and trusted me to stand in front of their audiences, if they called me right now, I would get off of here and I would run, because they were, number one, they saw the message as important. That's key too. I was in a room of educators, college, university, deans and bigwigs, right? I was in a room with them, and we were talking about how important it was for financial literacy. And I was so like, I could have walked out of there when I heard one of them, who had the opportunity to affect change and make the decision, say that he didn't have a problem with teaching financial literacy in college, but he didn't think the students should get credit for it. I was livid. I didn't say anything. I handled myself correctly, but I really could have walked out of there. And I was like, you're speaking from a point of privilege. Right? And this has nothing to do with race. This is about money. He was speaking from a point of somebody who had money, and everybody on the panel had money. Wow. Your students, sir, don't have money. So that is what has fueled my life and my money story and my passion, to make sure that the everyday person has the knowledge so that other people cannot dictate to them what their financial future looks like. So, yeah, so that's a little bit about my money story. Very, very happy that in several states, including Michigan, financial literacy is now, this happened this year, I believe, or maybe it was late last year. I don't remember. Days are running, but they're going to be teaching it in high school. Yeah. Something we've been fighting for forever. For a long time. So that's a little bit about my money story. I will share a little bit more tomorrow. I want to thank everybody for coming and just being here and showing all the Money Chat love, because that is so important as we continue the mission. It is not just, it's a movement. It is a mission. And moments like what you shared, Dershawn, y'all don't know, but Dershawn has never told me that. We've been friends for like 20 years and she never told me that. I didn't even know. So it's messages like that and a few others. Something else came in the other day that somebody said to me and I was like, wow, I never do that. That's what fuels the mission. So thank you all for joining. Thank you all for being here with us today. We are rocking our money chat. Dershawn, what do we have going on tomorrow?
Oh my goodness, we have a full lineup tomorrow. And I'm really excited because you got some other special guests that will be joining us. Let's see here. Who do we have tomorrow? We got some powerhouses. I thought today with
Yeah, I know. Oh my God, that was amazing. Thank you so much, Manyelle. We really appreciate that.
seen her and heard her before.
Maybe on Black Enterprise or CNBC, who knows?
I have to really look at her stuff because I know you don't just bring anyone in front of your
No, not at all.
no, you don't play that. So tomorrow we have Robin Kinney. I cannot wait to hear her to talk about how to create an audiobook. We also have Tara Jackson. She's going to talk about the 4 financial languages. I'm really curious to hear more about that. And of course, I'll be back. I'll be sharing. We'll do some more giveaways. We'll talk about the book more in detail.
Yes.
So if you are available tomorrow night, join us. I know tomorrow afternoon. I'm sorry, we'll be here.
Oh, yes. Tomorrow is lunchtime. Tomorrow's lunch and learn.
Yeah. So tomorrow we'll be kicking it off about 11:15.
Yes. And I'm going to ask Deb and Cheryl to come. They've been working hard behind the scenes. Come and say hi to everybody. Yes, tomorrow is a lunch and learn 11 to 1. We're going to do some more giveaways. I got some more goodies.
So be here or be square.
Yes. Thank you so much. They've been keeping me together.
Wait,
Wait,
show my shirt. Wait,
Look.
you come in.
Hey, Mom.
Let them show off that shirt. My hashtag money chat.
Yes,
Yes.
money chat.
Yes.
Because it's taught me everything I know. I just graduated from college. I'm only 22 years old, and this is my money coach, y'all. So shout out to her.
Yes, congratulations.
Yes. Michigan State, go green, go white.
Yes.
I guess go brown, go gold.
Oh yeah, West.
But yes, I met Dorothea when your first book was launching that we had just met.
Yes.
So I'm excited. I'm excited about that one. I'll be buying this one.
Yes. And let me talk about these shirts. Back up a little bit. I want to show this shirt. So thank you, Printheads. We're all about business. We're all about entrepreneurship. So big shout out to Janet at the Printheads for our shirts. And you're going to see the rest of our swag tomorrow. I got some more stuff. So we got our shirts at Printheads. So make sure you get you one. If you are in the Metro Detroit area, visit printheads.com. Theprintheads.com.
Theprintheads.com.
Yes. Thanks, everybody.
See you tomorrow
See you tomorrow
lunchtime.
lunchtime.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.